Hello there guys, welcome back into yet another one with us, the Review Bros. My name's Aaron and it's good to have you joined with us today for this honest pre-workout review. And as you can tell, I'm not in the current location, or the usual location should I say. I am currently away abroad in the Dominican Republic. I'm having a fantastic time out here, 2 weeks, all inclusive, sun, sea, sand. Can't go wrong with it, can you? What have I been doing? So I've gone to the skate park. Don't know if you guys have been here. Do drop comments below if you have. Got the Sanoa Island coming up. We've got the Coco Bongo to do. And we're doing the adventure buggies. So yeah, it's a fantastic time. Do recommend coming here if you haven't already done so. And if you have, then let me know. What do you recommend doing? But let's get back into the review, of course. And we brought this one along because it seemed applicable to the setting outside, and that is Retro Muscles Palm Beach Pumps, which I've got to say, excited to use and get into. We're going to go through the normals, the taste, price, label, and of course the real world effects. I've used this one before coming away to here, but I'm going to use it again here. I thought, you know what, customs ain't going to stop me. There's no stims or illicits in here, so it's going to get through, no worries. Lovely jubbly. Let's get into the review, guys. How's this one going to pump you up? Right, so first comes the taste and the mixability point, and this one comes in actually quite a few different flavours, so I'm going to flash them up on the screen below to see them, but the one we have for the sake of today's review is Rainbow Juice, which, to be fair, I was relatively happy about. I've had rainbow juices in my past. Generally speaking, I like them. Now, what I will say, veterans of the pre-workout world know this. With these pump formulas, they can clump. It doesn't mean they're out of date, they're bad, they've gone wrong, etc, etc. These pump ingredients are hygroscopic, so that means that they draw in moisture from the air around them. Therefore, you should try your best to keep it in a cold, you know, calm area effectively. And if you've got space for it, then whack it in the fridge, guys. That's the best, you know, version of what you can do. I will say, however, this one does clump worse than normal, worse than a typical one. I will say that, like, to the point, like, look, it's just a solid block. Since day one, since the first day I've opened it, it's been exactly the same. It is just a pure block, so you've got to bear that in mind. It's going to be the same case for you, I can imagine. It's not so bad that you can't use it, but you do have to get scales, and you pull them out in little, like, in rocks, and you just got to chuck them in and make sure you've weighed the same. So look, there it is in the water, and as you can see, it settles right to the bottom before I've given it a shake. I've just chucked in 2 scoops worth right there. Rather than try and break it up on the camera, I just thought I'd give you an advantage and get it done before rolling this footage. Mixability is fine though. Once you actually get mixing it, don't get me wrong, there's a couple of bits in the bottom, but you give it an extra shake and it'll all dissolve well in the water, and that's the same with all pump ingredients, so or pump formulas should I say. Now the taste, let's see. Chalky. It's not that strong tasting, I will say that. It would fail an aesthetics test. It's not the nicest looking, and it's actually very foamy as well, as you can see. What would I give it out of 10 for the taste point? I mean, it's not disgusting. It's not, I wouldn't even say it was bad, but I wouldn't say it was good or nice either. I'm not going to lie to you guys. What would I give it out of 10? Honest score, 6 out of 10. It's doable. We're not really here for the taste, are we? Or else you just go and buy yourself a cocktail, which is what I'm going to be doing tonight. But 6 out of 10 on the taste. Just bear in mind that mixability factor too. Into that price point, guys. What are you paying for this sort of product? Well, head on over to the official Retro Muscle website where you can find this and their other products. Now, you do have the choice to sign up to their email and subscribe list, get 10% off, and obviously that knocks down the price of the product. But for the sake of consistency, we always do it on the price as you land on the website. Not everyone's going to want to subscribe and sign up and put their details in, etc, etc. So therefore it will be £38.99 for the full tub. It is one of these random 24 or 48 servings, but you know the drill. We always go by max serving, which means 2 scoops in this case. So therefore it will cost you £1.62 every time you use this product. Now, we have a consistent pricing scale here at Review Bros that compares everything out there in the world in terms of pre-workouts, and we give it a 5 out of 10 is an average ballpark price for a pre-workout serving you'll pay. This one actually comes out at that 5 out of 10. It is what we consider to be a very averagely priced pre-workout by today's expensive standards. We're going to be honest here, inflation is killing us all, and pre-workout world is unfortunately no different. Everything is getting more expensive these days. So there we go, guys. 5 out of 10 for this product price point. So we're into the label of this product. What is it going to be getting you for that money point? Okay, so you get obviously your 1 scoop, 2 scoops. Each scoop is 10 grams. So we're going for the 20 grammer, guys. So it's quite a lot. As you know, with pump formulas, they tend to be heavier weight because these pump ingredients, generally speaking, need a higher volume. Now let's start at the beginning. We've got ourselves 6 grams of pure L-citrulline, which is a good dose for blood flow, getting the nitric oxide levels raised within the body to give you an extra pump in the gym. So that's primary ingredient right there. The next one is the reason for the clumping of this container. We've got ourselves a whopping 5 grams of Glycersize, which is more than you typically see. It helps with pumps, quite obviously pump ingredient again, but it does it in a way that's I always consider to be relatively similar to creatine, in that it's like a sponge. It draws in moisture, it draws in nutrients, draws in blood directly into the muscle cell, swelling it up and giving you that water pump feel, which we're going to hope. We've always personally had very good effects with glycerol. It's a staple ingredient in our honest opinion, but it does come with that clumping side effect as you see inside the containers. We've got betaine anhydrous at the clinical 2.5 grams for endurance-based benefits, and of course it is going to come with some pump. It's also been shown to have some nootropic and focus benefits, so it really is a jack of all trade ingredient. We've got L-arginine up next at 2 grams, again, more nitric oxide production. It's going to work with the L-citrulline to bring about vascularity, vasodilation, blood flow, nutrient delivery and the like for more pumpage. We've got L-taurine at 1500 milligrams, a good dose, hydration, hyperhydration of muscle cells, giving you more pump, giving you hydration, electrolyte balances, etc, etc. And it's been shown to help with natural energy production as well. We like it. We've got red night up next at 500 milligrams. Now red night helps with, again, vascularity, vasodilation, getting things moving, blood flow, etc, etc. It's a really good ingredient. We don't often see it, so if you do see it, try and get your hands on it. It does work well. We've had good results in the past. We've got our good friend that keeps popping up nowadays, Cell Flow 6, which is very good. It's very good. We've got a good dose there, guys, 300 milligrams. It's been shown to help with cardiovascular health, immunity, weight management, and of course blood flow benefits come alongside it as well to really give you that cell flow, literally blood flow, pump time. Good ingredients, solid stuff. We've got pink Himalayan sea salt at 300 milligrams, which is a good dose, guys. Works with muscular contractions, getting things moving physically within the body. And of course, salt, it draws in moisture, it draws in water, it draws in the nutrients, it draws in your blood, it draws in a bit of everything, guys. We're going to hope for some good pumps. We've got L-norvaline up next, 200 milligrams, which has been shown again, more nitric oxide production based benefits, giving you more blood flow, helping with vasodilation, getting those veins swelled up, widened up so that things can travel through them nicely. We've got pine bark extract, which has been shown to have a whole host of benefits. Here, primarily, we're looking again for more of that nutrient delivery pathways point of view. And we wrap off the label with 100 micrograms of huperzine, guys, dubbed the learning chemical for focus, concentration, clarity and coordination. So it's got a little bit of nootropic-y style in there. It is very, very heavily down the pump route. And of course, we're hoping for some good pumps. Let's get into the effects of this one. Into the effects of this product, guys. How does it work in the real world? Now, something that has to be said for the newer people to the channel, this is a pump formula, non-stim formula, guys. So it's not going to give you energy. That's not what it's designed to do. It's designed to give you those pumps, help with the health-based benefits that they can bring, and of course, raise nitric oxide levels up in the body. So, with that being said, let's move into how it actually works. Now, with a lot of these non-stim pump formulas, they quite often throw in beta-alanine for the itchy, tingly feel because it's not a stimulant and it just gives you a sense of something kicking in, something working. And it was missed in this, in my personal opinion. There's a lot of people out there that don't like it, they don't necessarily feel like they need it, and that is an absolutely fair comment to be made. Personally, we miss it. We miss it in the non-stims if it's not in there because we're already going a bit cold turkey without our stimulants. We want something in there. We want to feel something. And that is a lot more difficult with non-stim products because pumps, we have always said, are the hardest thing to review because so many other factors come into the role of pumps. Your sleep, your hydration levels, your mood, the body part you're training, genetic makeup, the weather, you name it. Everything is responsible for pumps. But with that being said, we always want to give ourselves a slight advantage, and that is where these pump formulas come in. And they can come in also in terms of endurance-based benefits, and they can even come in with some nootropic and focus benefits. But let's get into this one. So obviously no beta-alanine, you don't feel anything kick in, you let it go for 30-40 minutes, then you get training. And what I'll say, the thing that it's trying to do, it does very well. The pumps are solid on this product. They really are. I put it down to that whopping dose of glycerol, that Glycersize. 5 grams of it is rare to see in a pre-workout. I understand there's some science behind it that says you need 15 grams of it, 20 grams of it, 25 grams of it. But I do feel a difference even with 2 grams. I genuinely do. So 5 grams of it helps pulling everything into the muscle cell and you do feel pumped on this stuff. It does work from that angle. The other angle this pre-workout kind of, and I mean kind of attempts, is a nootropic focus point. I mean, it's got the huperzine. I mean, you could argue that's all there is. Taurine, betaine, they have some scientific studies to show that they help with that focus benefit, but very minor. Let's be realistic here. So for the focus for me was not there. It wasn't from this product. It was just from my natural ability to get cracking on with the session at hand. For me, the only thing this delivered was those pumps, and I've got to say the pumps were
savage pumps in the gym and the bedroom. Wolf pump.
Nasty. They were really good, like genuinely solid pumps. Those trademarked ingredients came in well. They definitely helped amplify the pumps of the basics, the glycerol and the citrulline there at the beginning. It worked really well, like really well. Obviously it didn't provide us the other thing we look for from pre-workouts, which is that energy. But as I said at the beginning, this is not an energy-based product. The pumps were juicy, they were swelling, they were also deep internal and contractional pumps. They were a mixture of those two. The pink Himalayan sea salt got things moving, contracting really well. It just came together nice. And it came together with the intention that it set out to do. It gave me those juicy, nasty pumps to a solid level. I'm going to give this product a very good 9 out of 10. And I'm going to tell you why it didn't get perhaps the 10 out of 10, because I always like to do that. I always like to give an insight as to why some people are going to watch this review and say, well, he said it's delivering what it's intended to do. Why is it not 10 out of 10? A couple of small things for me. Big trundling, personally, I'd like to have seen that in there. That might have added 0.25 of a score, maybe even 0.5, because I like that feeling. If you don't, then guess what? It's going to get that extra step up. For me, the other thing is, it's got a very, very, very hard target to beat. We see products, pump products with 30 grams of material in that just simply do work slightly better, but, and let me just reiterate that word, but they are also a lot more expensive. I think for the effects you're getting, the pumps on this product, it is definitely worth that average price point, that 5 out of 10. I really do. And I would have stretched up to say I would have paid maybe like a 4, maybe a 4.5 out of 10. You know, I would have paid a little bit more than it's actually asking for. If you go ahead and get that 10% off, you are laughing. It's 100% worth that price point. So, in my honest opinion, it gets a solid 9 out of 10. It does the job. It does the box that it's ticking, that it wants to tick. It does it well. So, yeah, it is worth checking out, guys. Do remember the clumping issue is something to be noted, because it is worse than an average product when it concerns the clumping. Break them up, get yourself some scales, chuck the rocks in, mix is fine by the time you get it mixed. It doesn't mean the product's bad or anything like that. Just has to be noted, guys. And with that being said, well, I want to thank you for watching along. I appreciate it. And as always, stay, in this case, pumped, Palm Beach style.